All right, guys. We've been talking about finishing projects. We've been talking about getting rid of projects. Well, on this episode of Pugliese Speed Shop, we're going to stop talking, start doing, get this guy in the shop, and finally make some money on the Suburban. So I can't really get too mad because every time I look at it, it is a little bit better, you know? We've been chipping away at the old block, and it's starting to look like a car again. It's coming along. So doing that little stuff has really helped out because it's kind of gives you a little motivation of like, hey, we're not that far off, and we're really not, guys. So the first thing we got to do is get in the shop and probably put this caddy, make her mobile again, and get her out of here. This one, I was just talking to the kid like minutes ago. We're doing research right now. We're trying to find schematics for the brake lines up front. It took me a while before I could find the ones for the back last time. So it looks like we're going to move forward. He had talked about buying a new car. I don't know if you guys have seen car prices and interest rates lately, but I'd rather see him running down the road in something that he absolutely loves and is paid for than worrying about making a payment right now. So that's just, Dad's got to look out, right? So that's what we're going to try and do. I think we're going to, I don't want to jinx myself. Let's just say we're doing research, and for right now, we're going to throw this tire back there and get her out of here while we're doing all that. Well, we got the Suburban back in the shop, and as you can see, she's cooled off. So we went ahead, and I'm no longer a liar. I said in, last video or something, next time you see it, there'll be a button there, and it's there. So that's all set up. It's curing. So we got her right on the mark, so pretty dope. Once you do that, you hold it there for a minute, and then you want to wait 30 minutes before you put this big old honking mirror on there. But it's getting dark, guys. So since it's getting dark and, it's a school night, I'm going to head up to the house, get a little grub, and call it a night, right? I don't know why. I mean, it was kind of weird, guys. The caddy didn't want to start. This thing didn't want to start. Then it died coming in. Fired right back up and idled afterwards. So maybe she's just a little, gotta warm her up, I guess. It is carbureted. It's 70 degrees out. You shouldn't really need too much warming up. I'm not going to overthink it. All right. But so I don't know what order these videos are going to come out in. But our plan is not tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going over to Jay's, and we got a sweet little surprise on that Mercury. And then we're going to get after some things over there. So that might be already, you might have already watched that video. If not, it'll be coming up soon. We'll see how it falls out, right? But we will be back down here a couple days because we got, life happens, guys, right? We're going to work on the Mercury tomorrow. We got cheesesteaks on Thursday. And, we got to make sure the beer's cold. We provide a service, is what I'm saying. We got to make sure. So Friday, I'm off. As long as Megan doesn't have us doing some homeowner stuff, we'll be down here and getting after it. Sunday afternoon, guys, and we're up here in the garage that's attached to the house. So you know what that means, right? That means Megan got us doing some homeowner stuff. But it needed to be done, so I'm not mad about it. Give you a little recap. Friday felt like crap all day. Didn't do nothing, and I didn't even drink one beer on Thursday. So before you start getting any ideas, I just didn't feel good. That happens. Then we had to go do some shopping for the homeowner stuff I'm doing up here. Spent the day with the wife. But you gotta do it every now and then. You know what I'm saying? You gotta nice little Saturday, right? And well, that takes us to now. And see, I got lights open. Lights have been my nemesis, guys. You remember the shop when we first moved in? We had to get that done. I've been converting all these to LED. I'll show you how we do it. It's actually really easy. If I could figure it out, forget about it, right? So I got one left. The rest of them are working. Then I'll show you how this works, and then I'll show you how they all work. Yeah, that sounds good. So I've already jumped a little bit ahead. I already got the fluorescent bulbs out and got this guy, you know, swung open, but it's just a little clip right there. So easy day. Now we're gonna pop this center section off. I'll show you what's in there, and well, that's part of it. So we got that popped open. So we got a ballast there, and a whole bunch of wiring, right? I'm gonna yank the ballast out, which is really easy. It's just one bolt right there, and it just slides that way and comes out. And then I'll simplify the wiring so you guys can see what the next step is. All right, so we yanked all that stuff out of there, right? You see the wires hanging. 2 ballasts and that extra wire no longer needed. So now what you do is basically one side's got to be hot, the other side's got to be neutral. I've been hooking it up every time with that side being hot and this side being neutral. So we're going to do that, and then I'll bring it back again. So now is the part where every electrician starts screaming at the screen. Because, so like my father and my father-in-law are both electricians, which means I know the right and wrong way to do, well, just about anything. And as usual, we choose the easiest way possible. So here's the, let me pull out a little bit. Got a red wire and a white wire up there that both power those tombstones. Going to the hot, right? And then here's the neutral. Pay no attention to the wire nut in the middle, and they're all connecting to here. So we're all connected. We'll now we'll put a bulb in to make sure it works. So before I show you that, I got to show you this. This is the bulb you got to buy. All right. So notice they got the little switch on them, so you can either go with the cool white, the sunshine, or the daylight, and see, with or without ballast. So this is, here we go, here's the other, type A or type B LED. So type A is like just replacing an LED light. Type B is the one you want for this, taking your old fluorescent lights and making them LED. So now that we told you that, the old switch here. They all work, guys. Look at that. And said it's got the switch, right? So a lot of them are powered or labeled load and neutral. This one's not. I just kind of used common sense, and luckily it was right. The side with the switch I assumed was the hot side, and it is. So put that where the power goes in, that on the neutral side. And then you get up here, guys. You got this switch right here, right? You can just change it. There's like the middle, there's the low. We're gonna go with the middle one. Yeah. Well, there we go. There we go, right in the middle. So for the rest of these bulbs up, well, what I got, because that's all I got left. We got to go to the store again tomorrow, That's fine, because if you guys remember, the only light that worked before was half of that one. So we're already like a million times better. So obviously, anything looks bright with the doors wide open. Let's go ahead and give the ultimate test. There's something in the way of the door. Every effing time. I think I figured out what it is. So yeah, we can move that. And it's not as heavy as it looks. All right. Now, back over here and try it again. Solid footage right here, guys. I think this is the first time since we lived here all these lights worked. But like I said, I got to buy some more bulbs because this one's got 4 in it, which it's supposed to. This one has 4. The rest have 3. Well, this one's got 2, and each one of these got 1 because I wanted to make sure they all worked and all kind of lit everything up. So that being said, now no idea what I just stepped on, but that's fine. We're good. I'll grab 6 more bulbs tomorrow, and this job is done. Well, almost done, guys, because if you notice, those lights, like, you know, whenever they painted the ceiling, got some overspray or overbrush. Is that a thing? I don't know, but I'm going to take care of that here in a little bit. Well, there you go, guys. Cleaned it up quite a bit, and don't even worry about that overspray. We'll take care of that after we... Oh, man. Guys, where's that go? If it wasn't for bad luck, well, guess we gotta see what's going on here. So what I was gonna say is we'll take care of that as we move all this stuff around and get it set up as a gym like it was before. I mean, guys, I know, you know, you probably don't realize it, but I haven't been using it. So we used to, and then we had the 65 Mustang sitting in this region, like right here for a little while. And yeah, that's, well, the rest is history, as they say. So I started doing this, showing you guys what I was doing, because like when the Suburban video sucks that you're watching, you're like, this guy doesn't get anything done. I'm getting stuff done. It's just I got other stuff to do too. So it never fails. That stuff just gets in the way. And but I want to document an excuse. So now that I've done that, I gotta go change the oil and rotate some tires on this guy over here that's already, I don't know, we'll say 600 miles overdue. And then we'll figure out what's wrong with this tire right there. And if anything starts to work out, maybe we'll get something done on the Suburban. And when we do, you'll be able to watch it. Oh, I almost forgot to tell you guys, the best part of changing these lights out, doing the conversion over to LED, is all this, the ballast. Guys, this is, I mean, look at that. All that weight gone. The garage is going to be so much faster now. No, that's not how any of this works. So since we got to drive the truck to work all week, we figure we'll do the work on that thing first, which means we got to get this guy out of there, out of here. You know what I mean. So do us a little cold start. Okay, I lied. Sweet. So what I guess what we'll do is we'll start off by getting a better connection on the battery. And what you guys figure out today. Definitely sprayed some starting fluid in there to try and help her along, because she's been sitting for a week. So yeah, it doesn't start that easily unless you start it every day. All right, I guess we'll troubleshoot this a little bit more. Side mount problems, guys. Oh, this we probably got to fix that connection. All right. I guess I'll close the hood before we move it. All right, I don't know what the problem was there, but we're going to worry about that later because see, I drove her up there to the house, see her all the way up there, shut her down and started back up there fine, so must be good. So here we got 2019 Tundra. You guys seen it a bunch of times. We're doing an oil change and tire rotation. I don't think you guys really care. We've done it a million times. I'm sure you've seen it. But we're going to try something else here too. So I'm messy, I guess. I paid extra when I bought this thing for the interior stain proofing thing. Guys, this is water. Lemon water specifically, but so maybe the lemon discolored it. I don't know. We're going to try this handy dandy little Green Pro right here that Megan talked us into and see how it goes. I think it's going to do good because, man, it really cleaned that Suburban up and it was terrible. So we will see what it does with this little spot right here, and then we'll get after the actual maintenance rather than my messiness driving me nuts. Well, either this little guy is dope or that protecting stuff worked, or maybe a little bit of both, but came right out. Looks like brand new again, and Megan said I gotta show the dirty like water. That's like a thing apparently. People love it. Ugh. That came out of the seat. Just that little foot. Ugh. And now I want to shampoo everything. But we ain't got time. We got to do some maintenance on this thing and get her back up there in the hunt. Well, guys, that's it. Oil change is done. Tire rotation is done. We topped off all the fluids, cleaned all the corrosion off the battery, checked all the stuff that, you know, all the new suspension stuff. New suspension, it's like a year old now. But when we lifted it, and we're all good. And check this out. You see it? Yeah. Clean. That's awesome. So, yeah. One thing I do got to worry about is check this out here, man. I don't know what's going on. This there, and there's one over there. It's like a pterodactyl had some Taco Bell the night before or something. Right there. It's corroded. So, waiting on word back from the eBay store I bought it from. Dude's been really cool, so that's good. He's seen about the warranty for me. I just don't want to have to repaint it. Worst case, we repaint it. But that's a job for some other time because it's about 10:30 on a Sunday night. 04 comes very early, and yeah, we're not gonna. It's nice and quiet out here. You hear that? It's like horror movie quiet, you know. So you guys let me know if Jason comes up behind me or something. But in the meantime, I'm gonna head up to the house. Probably have a very light dinner because I'm freaking hungry. I only had breakfast today. You see how stuff gets crazy around here, guys. I didn't even get to the Jeep yet. We'll mess with that maybe tomorrow. Not sure because I think we're working on the Merc again. Yeah. So I don't know which video is going to come out first. Whichever one, you'll be just as surprised as I am. Either way, see you guys tomorrow. Been a couple days, guys. We worked on the Merc twice, and I can now answer the question. You're going to see that video first. You've already figured that out, but, you know, we try to keep you informed around here, all right? So, we changed the rest of the bulbs here. We're 100% up here, so that's great. Now, we're going to turn our attention to this guy. Got the walk-around bottle. We'll juice that up, bring it down to the shop, see what we can figure out, and there may be a whole lot more to come on this guy real soon. All right, guys, we juiced up the tire, shot down here with it right quick, and you can just hear it coming out. And actually, as I was driving, every rotation was like, and I figured out why. Oh, that just came right back in my face. I think this might be the problem. You see it? I think there's a leak there, guys. What do you think? Yeah. So, as much as I would love to blame this on the kid, we bought this thing over 6 years ago with these tires on it. And, yeah, they were already dry rotted when we got it. So, as you can tell, time for a replacement. But, you know, we don't want to do things that simple around here. I mean, you know, we're supposed to be, well, a speed shop. So this next thing won't make a whole lot of sense. I say it won't make a whole lot of sense because these things are not fast unless you're Uncle Tony. You fall in love with these things and buy a two-wheel drive, two-door, 5-speed one. He does great things over there, guys, you know, but I love him too. And I understand why he's fallen in love with them. I'm good. Don't worry about it. Because every time I mean, dude, I paid $300 for this thing. And of course, it looked like this when I bought it. And she's slowly getting there again. I got it. You guys have already told me when I did the hard body about how doing a primer paint is a waste. 6 years. Held up okay. And guys, it's not garage kept. It's washed, you know, once a year, whether it needs it or not. We usually hose it off. But we're not doing the Uncle Tony thing because I don't care what this thing puts down a quarter mile. I just get in it, drive it. I just like it. It's comfortable. It's small. You can. I don't do like a whole lot of four-wheeling since I was a teenager. I really haven't done any of that. But if I wanted to, stock configuration, this thing tears it up. All you guys with your JKs or whatever the hell with the ducks on the dash, yeah, let's do it. I'm not even worried about it. And the best part is you getting your $60,000 rig that you put all the mall crawler tires on it or whatever, and you're going to be all worried about. I'm just going to send it. Worst case, about $300, and this thing's not going to die. 4-liter in it. This is. Anything after these is like the YJs, the XJs, MJs. That's where Jeep ended and Chrysler took over. That's all there is to it. But I say this doesn't make sense for the speed shop because we're not making it any faster. Because, like I said, I don't care what it does in a quarter mile. But I just finished ordering about 10 times what I paid for this thing in parts. And, well, you're going to see it on an upcoming video because it's going to be dope. We're going to love it even more. We're going to do a whole thing, but you got to keep coming back to make sure you see it. For now, I'm just going to put the spare tire on it and call it a day. But there's a ton of work that's about to get put in this thing. And you know why, right? Because you want to have the coolest thing in the parking lot. You better be ready to put in some work. Got the spare on, and right about now I'm realizing 6.5 years ago when I painted the rest of the wheels, I didn't even touch the spare. So, and I know you look like, oh man, you had the gold ones? Yeah, this was a limited, right? So, why'd you paint them black? You ruined them. Well, none of them were as nice as this one. They were all beat up. Brake dusted and all that kind of stuff. So I stand by my decision. That gold does look pretty cool though. So maybe we'll change something around. Have to come back and find out, guys. It's not going to happen for a little while, but you know, just keep checking back. I promise you we'll have something for you to watch. Some of it might actually be entertaining. I don't know. Only one way to find out. Thanks for watching, guys.